Yeah,
your fantasy.
this is your fantasy. Yeah, like a water park, a lot my girls wet and wild, hot and spicy paste, never mild in my mouth, out my mouth spit fire. She like the way I spit fire, start from the bottom then I lick higher. Baby, I can be your worker full time, you know who to hire. And it's your birthday, so let's have sex. You say that you wet, but I can get you wetter like a cyclone in your panties. I'm thirsty for the water now.
Just take your time and relax your mind. Lay down and unwind as the temperature rises. Girl, whatever you want, I'm here for you. You want it, I got it, anything I'll do. This is your wish, it will come true. Welcome to your fantasy, always. This is your fantasy, this is your fantasy. No one is here to save you. This is your fantasy, this is your fantasy. Girl, come on and ride with me. This is your fantasy. This is your fantasy. This is your fantasy. This is your fantasy. Come and ride with me, your fantasy, girl. I'm tryna take you up and down, spin you around one time. Moan loud, but watch your sound. It's going down tonight. This ain't no roller coaster, but hold on tight. Shawty, I ain't no monster, so I won't bite. When I get in, girl, I won't stop. You ain't chillin' in while your heart will drop. Just take your time and relax your mind. Lay down and unwind as the temperature rises. Girl, whatever you want, I'm here for you. You want it, I got it, anything I'll do. This is your wish, it will come true. Welcome to your fantasy, always love you. This is your fantasy, this is your fantasy. No one is here to save you. This is your fantasy, this is your fantasy. Girl, come on and ride with me. This is your fantasy, this is your fantasy. Your fantasy, your fantasy. This is your fantasy, this is your fantasy. Come and ride with me, your fantasy, girl.
This is your fantasy, and I'm your main man. Just think about me in your dreams. You can make me do whatever, baby, I can do whatever. However, whenever you like it, anywhere, here or there, I'm down for that. Just call me Mr. Raymond. In the sheets I change the weather, temperature rising as I make you harder. You seducing me, making me harder. Unlike others, I'm going in, but me, I'm going harder. I wouldn't be surprised if the neighbors knew my name. The way you yell at the top of your lungs as you screaming my name. Yes, I'm sexing you, you sexing me, and this don't gotta be no fantasy. We can make this a reality. Baby, come on, ride with me.